Hi, hey, we are so excited for you to pick your puppy. We just do a little brief introduction before each of our litters temperament testing so we can give you any information that you need about the litter and about the temperament testing. So, this is for the Rachel and Finn winter litter. We just finished up their test and they did amazing. Um, Overall, the puppies are extremely similar. So, you might have a little bit of a hard time choosing, but any of these puppies are going to be amazing for family dogs, for therapy work. They tested both our and Alligator's tests just so well for those qualities and for emotional support and things like that. So um, they really are good, solid puppies. A couple of things about the temperament tests. So we did two temperament tests, one with Alligator Kennels and one with our standard temperament test. Alligator Kennels does a unique test. I did video that test, but it's kind of an interesting test. Like you don't see very much on the video because what he's testing is neurological responses to stimuli. So it's really hard to see. Like you just see him in the video, like literally like holding the puppy, watching its eyes and things like that. So I didn't send those. If you want to see him, let me know. But I did release his report that he sent. So I'll send that as well as our report. And actually, when we do our reports, we do ours completely objectively. So it's not taking into consideration his recommendations. So you actually have two completely different perspectives on each puppy, which can be really helpful for you, especially when each puppy in the litter is so similar. So about this litter and their testing. They did get their shots the day before they did testing, and most of those puppies were still pretty sore, like in their shoulder. And so every once in a while, you'll hear a little whine on there, especially when they're being touched. And that's just because they're a little sore from vaccines still from the day before. The second thing is you'll notice that these puppies are just extremely, extremely submissive. Like they do not go and jump on the handler. They do not like run up to the handler. They're slowly walking. They're saying like, "Is this okay? Is it okay if I come up to you?" So they're pretty submissive and timid. And so with puppies like this that are not assertive, that are maybe a little bit not extremely confident, they need a focus on socialization to increase that confidence. And so we have actually seen that confidence increase a ton while they've been here. But a lot of times we'll say when we send puppies home, like, focus on crate training, focus on crate training, focus on crate training, because that's going to make your life a lot easier. But with puppies that are a little bit timid or just like so incredibly submissive, they really need that confidence to make sure that's flourishing. And so we actually recommend, rather than focusing on crate training, every time you leave the house for 5 minutes, you put them in the crate or whatever, we recommend taking them with you everywhere you can take them. So the only boundary with that is they're not fully vaccinated yet. And so, like PetSmart, we wouldn't take them to PetSmart. Not even anywhere there. Or any like gas station grass or anything like that. But if you're gonna take them like Home Depot or Hobby Lobby or whatever, it's like stores that allow pets, just take a blanket or a towel to put them on so that their feet aren't touching anywhere that another dog could have potentially touched, because they're not fully vaccinated, and it's and those germs can be really dangerous. So we say 4 feet off the floor if they're in a public place, but take them with you and make sure you know that they're getting that positive socialization. Take them to grandma's house, take them to meet other fully vaccinated dogs, like grandma's dog, your sibling's dog, or something like that. So there's that little piece of information. Of course, like every single puppy has to be socialized in order for the same thing to happen. And so these puppies aren't extremely like in as an extreme deficit or anything like that. We just wanted to call out to your attention that they will need to focus on that. Okay, I'm just reading. I have like a list of what I need to make sure I mention. So I added photos of each puppy into the Google photo album. So you'll see some face shots. We just want you to have a good picture of what each puppy looks like, especially as you're selecting your puppy and because they are so similar. So, looks might be important at that point. On the side profile picture, uh, those are just a side profile. They're not a stacked photos, what we call it. So sometimes when we're looking for a show dog to do confirmation show, the show ring, we're looking for a stacked photo that's going to show you every single puppy's correct angles. These photos are not correctly stacked. I am not very good at stacking puppies, quite honestly. And so you're just getting a side profile. So each of those, like, their feet might be farther apart, so it might make their angles look weird or something like that. It's not because the puppies don't have good structure. It's because I don't stack them well. But those pictures are just to give you a good side profile picture of what each puppy looks like. Okay, so for temperament testing, what these tests are and are not. These tests are not something that's going to tell you this is exactly how your puppy is going to be as an adult. There is so much that goes into your puppy's training, environment, all of the things. So what these puppies are is they are telling you what each puppy's strengths and weaknesses are, like what their natural raw instincts are. These puppies are so young. They haven't had a lot of outside environmental influence. They've been relatively in a safe, contained space to grow in those natural capacities. And so it's just telling you what those natural capacities are for these different categories. And it will just help you select the puppies based on that. But of course, there are things that are going to change as they grow. But you are going to know what kind of puppy you're bringing into your home, like what you need to work with that puppy on, and maybe what attributes might be more beneficial to have in your home or not. So that's really what you're looking for as you watch those videos. You're looking for things like watch how attentive they are, watch how they're interacting with the handler, things like that. So those tests are gonna be awesome. We just ask that you watch all the tests, male and female, before you select, and that you choose the best puppy that fits your home, no matter what gender that is. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'm available to FaceTime or anything like that if you're local to meet the puppies before selections. And I cannot wait. Happy choosing.